Have you been feeling a little bit jaded, off, out of alignment in your business, and you're wondering what has happened to that joy, that passion, that motivation, that spark that you felt back when you first started? Today, I want to let you know that you are not alone, and what those feelings that you're feeling are completely normal, and there's something that you can do about them. So, hey there, my name is Saylin. I am your fun business coach, and I help women entrepreneurs shift out of the exhausting growth phase where 98% of women get stuck so they can move into the scale phase where unfortunately only 2% of women ever get to celebrate $1 million in revenue. And personally, I think that's crap. And here's why. There is no secret to achieving $1 million in business revenue. All it comes down to is 4 core pillars. And that's exactly what I help my clients integrate into their business over a 90-day period so you can prep your business so it's ready to scale to $1 million and beyond. And it allows you to truly embody the phrase work smarter, not harder, regain your joy back in your business, and also feel like you have control over your time, money, and energy. So you're in the right place today. If you are a woman entrepreneur who is feeling like, how did I get here? And things just aren't what I thought. You might be experiencing some subtle signs. And I wanted to talk a little bit about those today because last night I was at a meeting, a workshop that I was hosting, and we were talking about why people have become numb to signs of burnout and why we don't recognize these signs. And a lot of it has to do because we have been programmed by society, social media, influencers, gurus, coaches, that everything that we have to do has to be hard. And in order to be successful, you have to go through this phase in your business where things are hard. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. Now, you might say to me, Salen, okay, no one else is saying that, so how can you think it's true? Well, stay tuned because we're going to go through that today. So here's the thing, right? Success is not a guarantee. I want you to think about this, right? We have been taught that if we work hard, then we will get success. That those two things are equal, right? Work hard, you will be successful. But I want you to think about all the people you've met in your life who have worked hard. Like, everyone has worked hard, whether they are the person that's at McDonald's, the person that owns a big corporation, the person who cleans your house. Like, it does not matter who it is. It could even be your children, right? Working hard in school. Just because they're working hard and putting in the time and the energy and the effort does not mean that they will be successful in what they're doing, right? We see so many cases of women and men working themselves practically to death and still not achieving the level of success that they want. And so if working hard does not guarantee success, then what is the answer to success, right? Like, if that's not it, and that's what you've been trying in your business, like if you're like, I've been working hard for 3 to 5 years and I'm still not at the level of success that I expected, then I want to invite you to really think about things differently, right? So if the hard work and the hustle is not working, what is the opposite of that? Working laser focused with ease. And how do we do that? We do that by integrating those 4 core pillars of my unique blueprint called the Legacy Business System. See, when I was at the height of my burnout, working 80 plus hours, and I had just achieved $1 million in revenue in my business, I should have been jumping for joy, but I was so burnt out. I was sitting in my car crying because I just filled in for another shift for a staff member who had not shown up for her shift, right? And so I was successful on the outside, but on the inside, there was nothing successful, or at least I thought, about being successful at that moment, right? I was crying in my car at 9 a.m. and it didn't matter how much money was on the books because I was unhappy on the inside. So I want you to think about, does your business still bring you joy the majority of the time? It might not be every single day rainbows and unicorns, right? It's business, it's a challenge, it's a roller coaster. Things are going to happen. But overall, does your business still bring you joy, or do you feel out of alignment? That's question number 2. Are you feeling still in alignment with what you're building? Like maybe you started your business. I know I started as a life coach, and I quickly realized life coaching was not for me. I was meant to be a business coach. I felt out of alignment when I was life coaching. It was not in my zone of genius, right? So I want you to think about what you're doing in your business every day, and does it still feel good to you in your soul, in your spirit, in your heart? Does it still feel in alignment, or is something off? And then the third thing is, do you still enjoy what you're selling, right? So many times I get on the phone with women and they're like excited for sales, right? Because we all love money. But the thing about it is they no longer enjoy selling what they're selling, and they absolutely do not enjoy servicing what they've sold, right? Have you ever made a sale and then got that feeling of dread, like, oh, now I have to deliver it, right? It could be as simple as these beautiful earrings that I purchased last night from this amazing small business that I absolutely love. Maybe you started out making these and now you're no longer finding joy packaging them up and shipping them and all of those different kinds of things. It could be if you're a service professional like I am, right? Maybe I sold an offer back when I started and it no longer brings me joy to deliver on that anymore, right? So those are the 3 signs of maybe you're at a point in your business where you're not feeling that joy on a regular basis anymore. So here is what needs to happen. Today, I want to release you from the beast you have built. So many women have built this business beast, right? Whatever level it's at, and they feel like they have to keep going at exactly what they've been doing because this pays your mortgage. This, pays your bills. It allows you to live your life and all of those kinds of things. Today, I want to release you from that feeling that you have to continue as status quo. And I want to give you permission to change up the script, change up your journey, and know that it's your business and your business can support the epic dream life that you've always wanted. And one of the things that I do when I first start working with clients, it's actually the first thing is I'm like, tell me exactly what you want your life to look and feel like. I want to know. I want to know so strongly. I want you to tell me on our Zoom call that you're literally radiating a glow, just explaining to me what your epic life looks and feels like, right? We have to know what the foundation is that we're going to build your business on. That's what you want out of life, right? So if you have been feeling in your business like you're just not feeling it anymore, like, you know how you've ever been in a relationship and you're like, I like you, but like, it's just not you, it's me kind of deal. If you're at that place in your business right now, or you're like, it's not you business, it's me, I just don't feel the love anymore, please know you don't have to burn it all down and start over. You can simply integrate those 4 core pillars into your business over a 90-day period to get back the spark and the joy and the passion that you had when you first started. Okay, so there is your permission slip. Let's just all take a breath and let go of whatever was the feeling, what was holding on to us that we needed to keep everything status quo. Let's let it go. Okay. So the next step is, now that we've let that go, how do you know whether you're having just a bad season, a bad week, a bad month, a bad year, or whether it's time for a pivot, right? This is a question. It's like, how do I know if I'm just not in that right place? This is where I want to encourage you to really dig in. Get clear on what you want out of your business and figure out, is it supporting your dream life? If it's not, if there's some things where you're like, I love this, but I don't like how this is happening, then that's a time for you to maybe pivot. But if you're at a point in your business like I was, right? I've been in that point many times where I drew that line in the sand and I said, something has to change. I need to pivot, right? I did it in 2010 when I was completely burnt out, working 80 plus hours. I did it in 2016 when I signed on the line to sell that multi-million-dollar business I had built and start over. I did it when I started this business, right? I started life coaching, and then I knew that that wasn't for me. I loved coaching, but I needed to go into the level that was meant for me, which was business, right? So you want to look and see, are there just portions of your business that you no longer enjoy? And with some simple tweaks and improvements, we could, take what you've built and just move things around and make it better, or whether you're completely out of alignment and you need to start over. Starting over is definitely a process. I sold my entire business. People thought I was crazy in 2017. I sold my multi-million-dollar business, my cute beach house, my brand new car, and we jumped in the RV and headed down here to sunny South Florida. And people thought I was crazy to give it all up. But I knew that I had done what I had needed to do and what I set out to do for 10 years. And it was time for me to go to that next step, right? And that meant giving it all up in order to start over. And it has been a process. It's not been easy, but it has been so fulfilling to do what I love to do, right? So don't fear starting over if that's what your soul is really calling you to do. But before you make that decision, I want to encourage you to book a call, because so many times we can't see the potential of our business and what's possible by integrating those 4 core pillars to make it into something you love again. So comment scale below if you want to get on a complimentary 30-minute call with me where we basically look at what you've built, what's your biggest frustration, and then put a 90-day plan in place to turn what you've built, that like beast of a business, into something that you love again, like a nice, warm, fuzzy blanket that makes you feel good, right? So comment scale, complimentary free scale strategy session. And then the first step to really take when you're ready to build something is to get on that call. Because here's the thing, my superpower in business is seeing what you can't. I can easily get on the phone with a woman entrepreneur. She tells me what's going on, and I'm like, here's what you need to do in order to fall back in love with your business again. It's a superpower. I can see behind the scenes what's going on and what you truly want. And I gift you a 90-day plan in order to make that happen. And if you love my vibe and I love your vibe and you want my help integrating those 4 core pillars that we lay out during that call to turn your business around or to scale to that next level so you can live that epic dream life, then I would love to work with you. If not, you walk away with the insights of, okay, there is something else here, and I just need to really reimagine what's possible so I can get back to the point where I love my business, right? And that's exactly what I help you do. My superpower, seeing behind the scenes. Your superpower is helping your clients or customers get the amazing results that you deliver with whatever your product or service is. Okay, so that is how to turn from if you're a little jaded in business to joyful, and whether it's time to throw in the towel and pivot your business altogether, or whether you really just need to take a step back, do an assessment, integrate those 4 core pillars, and make some adjustments in your business. So again, I want to offer you a complimentary scale strategy session. You and I will get on Zoom for 30 minutes. I'll use my superpower to see. It's kind of like being able to see through things kind of thing, and give you that 90-day plan. So that way you know exactly what to focus on for the next 90 days so you can turn your business around so it actually is supporting you and your journey that you always dreamed of. And if you decide that maybe you are ready for the next chapter, we can have that conversation too and talk about how I can potentially guide you to make that move in your business. So thank you so much for being here with me today. As always, sharing is caring. If you know a woman entrepreneur who could benefit from being a part of the vibe in my world, I would love to have you come in. So please share it, tag them. And if you are someone who is like, oh my God, I love her vibe and I want to learn more, comment scale. Let's get on a scale strategy session to map out your 90-day plan, get a better feel for the vibe. And if it's a good one, then I would love to support you. I will see you guys next week. I will be back here at 9. Ooh, I probably won't be back here next week. Next week, I am hosting a workshop. If you're local to Palm Beach County and you want to network in a fun setting, I am hosting a mastermind coffee session. Coffee and a baked good is on me. So let me know in the comments if you want that invite. Just comment network and I'll send you the information. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.